Hello, everyone. I have wonderful Elena Danaan back with me, and doesn't she look gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful today. And we are so happy that our internet is actually fantastic. Welcome, Elena. So happy to see you again. This is the fourth time for us, number 4.
Yes, indeed. And I'm so happy to see you again, Anya. So happy.
Thank you. And behind you is your book, A Gift from
Yes.
the Stars. So those who haven't read your book, please check it out. Thank you, Elena. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. It's in paperback and it's an ebook. So no excuses there, everyone. And the drawings are spectacular in this book. Spectacular.
Thank you. Thank
Eliane,
you.
so I have lots of questions for you today. And I would like to start with something that actually I came across on your channel, on ELENA'S Danaan YouTube channel. She does a lot of work there, by the way, guys. So if you're interested in these topics, please follow her because she's very, very busy doing work there. But there was a question that came from this live that you had, and it was very interesting. Okay, because I actually had this in my mind, and I was like, next time I see Elena, I'm gonna ask her this. So apparently, there is actually fashion and clothing in another reality, like with Pleiades or other races, they actually have fashion.
Yeah, of course.
I want to know what kind of fashion it is. If you can describe to me, like, what are they wearing?
Well, it depends on the races and the cultures. Um, that it's so broad as a subject. So let's take, for instance,
Uh-huh.
the the ahil, the species and culture Thorhan is belongs to. The ahil are the tall blonde that we call Nordics. There are different species of tall blondes, but so Thorhan belongs to the ahil, which is one. So they live on, they have different colonies, but there's a big colony on Hera in the Pleiades around the star that we call Taygeta, which they call Ashara. So on his world, um, people have very, I would say, silky clothes, and there's nothing tight to the body. It's always
Loose,
wide, loose clothes,
like flowing,
um,
Eliana, like flowing.
flowing, flowing.
Okay,
It's multicolored,
okay.
multicolored. The men often wear this big coat, long
Uh-huh.
coat with long sleeves and open on the front. They can
Okay.
close it, but it's open on the front.
And like a
It goes.
collar?
No,
No.
not the Ahil, not on Era. Um, it's like kimono, but
Yes,
open,
like kimono. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
but open,
Open.
and they wear that. The men, they can close it. So if they close it, it closes here, and it's like a V neck. And they have no buttons or zip in
Okay.
their clothes. The fabric itself closes by itself. It's like,
Wow.
and it's like you can't
Magnetic.
see.
Magnetic.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's molecular. I don't know how it works,
Amazing.
and they can then do something when they want to open it. They take one extremity and they just
Huh.
open it, and it opens,
Wow.
and then it's like it's weird.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, it's
But
amazing
so,
fabrics.
so let me ask you this. Oh, this is so cool. So let me ask you, can you tell, because like, on our plane of existence here, people, now it's changing, but they used to, you can tell who is what hierarchy, right? If this one is wealthy, this one is poor, by the clothing. Do they have
Yeah,
this? Like you can see the levels of
I
like,
ha I haven't noticed that.
Okay, okay.
I haven't noticed that. And I have to say that goes quite well with the philosophy, the mindset that there is no one superior or inferior,
Mm-hmm.
just people doing different jobs, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's their everyday clothes. Women have actually the dresses are quite, maybe quite complicated.
Okay.
Um, you'd see the Greek fashion,
Yes.
these Greek dresses,
Yeah.
like kind of fashion
Drapes. Drapes.
drapes, and attached to the shoulder here and there here, different things
Mm.
here. Um, yeah. Um, I could do actually a book with drawings of era fashion.
Maybe you can have your own line also, by the way, in the future. Anyway, so
Okay.
my question is, do they have like parties or this kind of celebration gatherings that they change their clothing or no?
Well, I've noticed that there, yes, when they have gatherings of parties, the clothes are more elaborate. Yeah, of
Wow.
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
With metallic, like brooches or metallic inputs in the clothes, which they don't wear casually. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And that's different from the uniforms as well, because then you have function uniforms for all those who join the military, or yeah, the federation, or any institution that requires a uniform, like science and military, they wear uniforms.
Fascinating.
So the whole question of uniforms, it's a whole wide
Another.
subject. We can talk about it if you want, because that's quite interesting.
So tell me, do they have to join the military? Is it like a must? It's a duty, or they choose?
They choose. They
They
choose if they
choose.
want.
Okay.
Nothing is obliged, but they've reached a state of consciousness where they feel a calling or a duty, and from their free will, they wish to serve, and it's they feel it in their heart. Nothing is ever obliged. Nothing.
Yes.
It's the free will
The free
leads,
will.
everything in their lives. So I've noticed something in the Galactic Federation of Worlds, because I've been on the mothership or the station, one of the motherships that is on orbit of Earth so many times, and it's a mix of races working there in these motherships. So they all wear. So there isn't one only uniform of the Federation for everyone. No, everyone is going to wear their own uniform that they will be identified as a culture or a species.
Okay. Okay.
But they will wear the badge of the Federation on their uniform, so
To
it
be
will be known,
recognized. To be
to be
recognized.
recognized. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that is part of it. Um, but usually, when a culture is part of the Federation and they wear their own uniform, it goes with sense that they are part of the Federation, and. But anyway, so all these species have different uniforms on this ship to stay with the Erahil, or the Ahil from Era. They have a blue tight, skin tight uniform. The uniforms are mainly very skin tight because to be more handy,
Aerodynamic.
you know?
Aerodynamic.
Yeah, yeah. So that's very interesting because I tried one recently. So I'm gonna get to that. It will be in my next book. I tell about that, but I'm gonna tell you. Um, so these uniforms, most of them, I mean the Ahil, the Tal, which are another race, many uniforms sometimes they may seem glistening, like sparkles, and you, why? And in fact, when you are next to these uniforms and you touch them, it's rough. It's a rough fabric,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
rough.
Like a paper, like the scratch paper.
Yes, yes. And then you understand that why it is glistening, it's because it's made of tiny particles of metal that is like an armor. and it is so solid that nothing can pierce it. Nothing. It's absolutely
Amazing.
undestroyable. You can't destroy it. As the strongest metal known to them. Just the fabric is made of it. That's why it's rough. And it's in
Incredible.
particular so tiny and all stick together. It's very smooth
Mm-hmm.
and well moving and adapt to the body. So they have also a belt. They all have a belt, which the color is different from the species. And this belt is a requirement for the federation because this belt is device and weapons holder. This belt has incorporate many holographic devices that allow plenty of stuff. I don't know what, life support, weapons. I don't know anything, a lot of things. The belt is different regarding also to the species who makes it. The Ahil, the belt is gold. The Council of Five, it's black. The tile, it's gold as well. Um, for some, I've seen some brown ones. And the uniform, so the Ahil, the tall blonde, it's blue, is it duck blue or turquoise?
Like
Yes.
indigo, indigo blue.
No, no, no,
Oh,
clear blue, like turquoise blue.
okay, okay.
Um, and I try to see if I something looking at. Oh yes, this blue, this blue, this blue.
Oh wow, beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, that's a part of a ship, by the way.
What? No way. No way.
Yes, yes, it is.
That's from the sheep?
Yes.
Can I have one? I will wear it on me. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so cool. No, for real. Thank you for showing, Karina. I love the color. Beautiful color, by the way.
And they, yes, the metal. That's in fact that's a famous thing. That's
So
on their.
beautiful. Mm,
That's why the uniforms are this color because that's the material that's really so hard and that's over it.
amazing.
Um,
Amazing. So, okay. So now this will take me to the next question. I have this organized, otherwise I would be all over the place.
or
So,
we can talk about fashion for hours.
oh, no, please, like me with fashion, like all these years of my work and all those Chanel and Valentinos, it's like, oh, I wonder what they think about human fashion. It's not always,
You know,
you know,
the women don't wear makeup.
how they take care of the skin or like,
They don't. They master their genetics so perfectly that they don't need to take care of their bodies. They don't put creams. They don't put cosmetics. They don't put no. They even control the growth of their hair.
can they change the color of their hair by their intention?
They could, but they're not interested. They are who they are, and they
I
don't
love
care.
it. This is
They
like
don't care.
it's another level of
Yeah,
awareness.
yeah.
Elena, you know what you said? You said in this when you were with Torhan and you went shopping together, he needed something and
Yes,
he had this like a device or like a chip underneath and it was wing, you scan it. I want to because I know
yes.
tell me because people now are afraid of those things, but this is different, right? What is this under the skin?
It was holographic, so it wasn't solid. It was under his skin, so you can't see it when it doesn't activate it. You wouldn't think it's there, but it's like a sheet, but it's holographic.
Okay.
I wrote a sci-fi novel since, and I put that in it
Okay.
to explain to people. So it's like they use it like it's from here from here to there. For instance, that's his arm from here
Uh-huh.
to there,
Uh-huh.
and it's very long, and he like here. Um, it it how to say can communicate with it, pay, buy things with it, uh, do some research. It's like incorporate a
It's like
computer,
a computer.
but it's so thin.
It's like a computer, like
Yes,
a personal computer.
yes.
Okay, so now
Yeah,
why,
yeah.
right? Like a
Like
personal,
it's like a tablet.
yeah, like a personal tablet, but it's used for purchases. So now how?
Also,
Mhm. Also, okay. So now this is
yeah,
like a quantum technology to make payments, right?
yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Yes, so he bought a cloth in a shop, and he the person had kind of a scanner, like a gun scanner, and he
Yes.
put his arm. He was like this, and Thoran just put his arm like this.
Yes.
That's it. That's how it. And when he did that, I saw it in transparency, like like lights and green lights under and gold and white under his skin, like. And I went, "What's that? I didn't know you had that. What's the
No,
what the
because
damn is this thing?" And he explained to me, "No, no, it's incorporated a holographic device. I can buy things with it. I can communicate, do researches. It's like a computer under my skin, but it's holographic, so it's not solid. It's quantum also, of course. That's how it is. So yeah,
because when I heard that, I felt a little bit off. I felt like,
I know.
yeah, you know why? Because this whole like thing, putting anything underneath. So I'm trying to understand where this is going now with those devices, and where is this going with paying. And Elena, you know what? I talked to you before interview. If you can telepathically communicate with Torhan and ask questions, because some of those questions, like I have a very specific, and I know a lot of people would like to have more clarity about it because it's very confusing now, the
Yes,
misinformation. So
of
if
course.
you can ask him this, I would appreciate, because I'm a I'm a little how to say that. I'm not sure how to. I feel it's always good, but I'm not sure certain terminology that is circulating around. Is this representing a good thing or a bad thing? This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So
Before, yeah, he's connect with me, and but before we ask him questions. You need to know that technology. It is not technology that is good or bad. It is the people who use it for good purpose or bad purpose. The
it's true.
technology is great, and technology is part of the evolution of a culture,
Yeah.
and we are evolving, and it is great. The problem, what is bad, it's not technology, it's the people who use this technology for good or bad purpose. Technology is great, it's our future. So I could see it with Thorhan device. It is wonderful, and it is used by good people, good organization for the greater good of everyone, to connect everyone and etc. And nobody takes advantage of it. The thing, what's happening,
The
that
thing,
the
exactly the thing. Yes. The,
um, that's also technology, alien technology, but it's used by we know who.
yes, exactly.
It's
That's
not for our
why I was
good.
like,
Yeah. So it's not technology. Technology is great. Social medias are great. Internet is great. What is bad is who uses it and how you use it. You know. So I just want to say that.
thank you, Eliana. No, it's very important that you say this, because it's easy to get caught up in, even like in this like doom and gloom and worrying, because
Mm.
at the end, you're right, who is in charge of it? Who is in charge of it? So I want to ask the first question I have. Let's stay within this financial thing or quantum thing. There is this quantum financial system. which is based on blockchain technology. And what it apparently does, it's an instant transaction. You don't have to wait for a long time. It's very, very fast. So it's like a quantum speed, right? I want to know if this is good and if this is something that is going to serve humanity for the better.
He doesn't know what you're talking about. You need to be more specific. And I'm unable to explain to him.
Okay. So can you ask him the financial, first of all, let me ask this. Is he helping the alliance with changing the financial system on this planet?
He says the alliance works only for military purpose.
Okay. So that's it. Okay. So can he tell us where we are going with the financial system within the next few years on Earth? Yes, that's my question. What's gonna change?
He said, I told already that you will go back to use metals and a more conceptualized system of currency. That's his answer.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I want to know if I actually want to know this. Since when the Galactic Federation is helping or is collaborating with Alliance? How long it's been going on?
25 years.
Oh, 25 years. Wow. All right.
He said, we have started to help before, but an agreement came to existence exactly 24 and few days years ago.
Oh, can I say thank you to him? Thank you. Thank you.
He said, I will pass it on.
Oh, pass it on, please, please. Thank you for helping. Thank you for helping. Oh, I will get emotional now. Okay. So the alliance is just working in military. And is there any?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Is there any other part that is helping with other changes on Earth, like with the technology and the medical things?
The Galactic Federation is helped by two other major structures: the Council of Five, more ancient than the Galactic Federation, and the Andromedan Council, or called the Zinnatean Alliance, even more ancient, timeless, wiser beings.
Oh,
Is that answering?
yes, thank you. So Ginvu, the one who I met was from the, right?
Council of Five.
Yes, I remember when Elena said Ginvu is from Council of Five. Okay. So is there any representation on Earth in form of a building, of a structure that is the oldest and the most like representative of their energy?
He doesn't understand the question. I think, wait a minute. What organization, he asks, you want to know about?
Where Torhan is from? Is there any place on Earth or a building or a place, land, that there is like a connection with them directly?
It's in the mountains. We had the oldest outpost under the Atlantic Sea, but it is now destroyed. More recent structures have replaced, but an original structure which predates all the other ones. It is in the mountains of Himalaya. It is the most ancient outpost from the Federation, still in function to this day. Hmm, I know
Thank
what
you
it
so
is.
much. This was so beautiful. Thank you so much. I haven't been there yet, so hopefully one day I will make it there. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, I get so excited. Let me check my questions now. So, tell me.
He said, he
Hmm,
said he said she is lovely. Talking about you. I just pass on. Sorry
can you tell
if
him
that
if I,
disturbs
if
you,
I
but
have connection like this, I am fine.
he hears you, because I hear you in my headphones, so it goes in my head and hears you.
Yeah,
So of course,
I feel very blessed. Thank you so much. I really like you, though. I really like you. If I meet an earthy human being that has some of your qualities, I'll be very happy. So, so I want to,
he's
oh,
so cute.
thank you. I want to ask you this. There is this saying in human race that the history likes to repeat itself. There are the cycles of this in history, and I somehow personally don't think this has to be always the case because we focus on this history and then we repeat it over and over again. So I want to ask you, is this always this like a cycle all the time, or it doesn't have to be?
Go on. He hesitates to answer. What do you want? I know you want to say something that may upset some people. Please be honest. Say what you think. It is in human nature of Terra. It is in the genes of these people to always find their ways through destruction, to find themselves. Suffering is unfortunately a pattern that they have been used to experience to reach out to the core of their soul. Suffering throughout destruction, conquering new species, territories, eating them, killing them. It is in the blood of this primitive species. Because this species has been altered and maintained to the level of the first primitive stage, although the soul has evolved and is in conflict with the instincts of destruction. The souls that have incarnated after generations and generations are way more elevated in frequencies and consciousness
Mhm.
than this body. So there is a conflict, and we are worried sometimes that Terran species, the humanoids, are willing to conquer other worlds and have already started to do so. There is a threat in their eager to destroy themselves. Rare are the species who destroy themselves among themselves just for pleasure, just to destroy and take the possessions of their brothers. These species are not watched with a good eye by the Federation. We are looking after you very carefully, and everything we are doing at the moment is to teach you to tame down these instincts and raise your consciousness, rise your vibration,
Mm.
because the occupants of your planet are well aware of your weaknesses and are using them to control you. Destruction, self harm, conflict with your families, brothers, and other races of different colors, religions, origins, histories. They all try to use your instincts and keep them low. You are way more powerful than this. You have come a long way. You are multi-dimensional beings of a very high density that have been trapped here on this planet in a matrix that is an illusion and a lower frequency prison. Your opening of consciousness will transform you to lead you to where you are, the beings you always have been, and it will elevate your consciousness to tame down all these bad instincts that will switch you from a vindicative race to a peaceful one. And to this day, you will enter membership with our federation. We are helping you because we love you and we see the potential. We see your souls and we see how you are and the power that is yours. And we are doing our best to teach you how to become who you truly are and get out of these instincts of destruction, which later will not be yours anymore. Is that answering your question, Anya?
Yes, you are so wonderful, Elena. Thank you for receiving. Thank you so much for this message. And this, I feel very, very honored because this was very, very deep and important answer. Very important. Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much. Um, thank you. Thank you. I know it's not easy, but it's important to
He
learn.
was hesitant, yeah, he was hesitant because, yeah, I understand why.
But
We
I
are,
was,
yeah.
Eliana, actually, I want to ask this now. I was thinking, is this a lot of those emotions also come from the poverty? So I wonder if we as a humanity will be in a position where we have more stable financial situation and no one is worrying about basic things, and if it's Jubilee or this, gold standard, and we have been provided some solid ground in that matter, maybe that also will help us to not be so aggressive and so fearful, because a lot of those actions is coming from fear, and poverty is like stimulating that.
Yeah, the dark ones, they are creating, maintaining us in poverty. We have everything we need. They retained from us and
Yes.
free energy and everything to maintain us in war and poverty and to keep us down. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Can I
That's the
ask
plan.
one more question?
Yes.
What, this is strange, okay, but I will ask you this. What do you think about plant medicines? Oh, actually, one more thing before. Sorry. I heard about crystal trees. So it's like plant medicine and crystal trees, those two. I would like to know the crystal trees. What are they and what kind of power they have?
He says he doesn't know what you are talking about with
Okay,
crystal trees.
okay.
Is that a tree sculpted in crystal or crystals hung to a tree? He's asking.
So I've heard that apparently there are places in some national parks here in US, for example, where there was this ancient tree, massive tree, that had certain um, powerful energy, and it was destroyed many, many, many years ago by different existence. It was like cut, but there is a frequency that is very powerful. It still exists.
He's asking if it was a fossilized tree.
What is fossilized? I don't know.
It's so ancient that it became stone, a fossil, like
I'm not
shells
sure
and
if it's a stone, but I know that,
fossil.
like this movie. I don't think he watches movie, but
No, you
Avatar.
won't. You won't know.
No,
No, he doesn't know what you're talking about.
like an avatar. When is this tree? It's like a.
Yes, yes, but
Mm,
he doesn't know
doesn't know.
that.
Okay, okay, okay. So, what does he think about plant medicine?
This is something that you should keep on using. You have always used it, and you should keep on using it. It is normal to use a natural medicine coupled with others, but of course, use it.
Okay, but if I go for ayahuasca again, I am opening.
Don't use drugs, he says.
Okay, thank you. Oh, that was quick. Okay, I just want to tell him that I'm so happy that he allowed me to communicate with him through Elena, because I love Elena so much. And thank you
Oh, I
for
love
watching
you.
over her. Thank you for watching over her.
It is my pleasure and honor. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping us.
I am here for that, he says. We came for this.
And I want
We
to
will
meet
help
you.
you.
I want to meet you one day.
He said, who knows what can happen.
Okay, okay. All right. So great. I love this. Um, my question now is to you, Eliana. I had interview today with someone who I really enjoyed. It was great talk, but I just want to have the clarity about this. So there is this group is called Grays, right? Are
Yeah.
they like humans? There are good humans, bad humans. Are all Grays bad, or there is a part of them that they are actually all right?
We could listen. We could use the same thing. Use the same question for humans. Are all humans bad? Are
Okay,
all humans
okay,
good?
okay.
There are 167 races of gray in this galaxy alone. Species, not races, I would say. Yeah. Those in control of Earth at the moment are all malevolent. All. They are very manipulative, they're very skilled in mind tricks and manipulation, very much.
Hmm.
They can really mess with your timelines in your head. They're very, very manipulative, very, very, very careful. They are more skilled than the reptilians. Now, there are other Greys, of course, part of the Federation, who help, but who are never on the ground. They are either part of the Federation or the Council of Five.
Okay.
And these ones never mix with the other Greys, because that's really they're really enemies. The Council of Five, you have Greys in the Council of Five. The Ginvoar are Greys, the Emerthers and Egaroth are species of Greys as well. But they are benevolent, but they won't interfere on Earth. So I'd say be very careful when it comes to Greys.
Mm-hmm.
Be extremely careful. So that's what I would say.
Okay, thank you, Eliana.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, this will be my last question. I have a very, very strong sense that the energy since last time we have spoken has changed for the better. I
Yeah.
feel this more flow and more like it's like a, you know, like spring when you open the window, fresh air. So I want to ask if you feel the same, how you're feeling the last weeks and days overall.
It is difficult for me to answer because I've been going through some lot of grief in my life.
Yes.
But beyond that, I have been feeling that the energies have shifted in a higher frequency, in a faster rate of frequency. I feel, and well, Thorhan confirmed it to me. It's we have raised the planet has raised a little bit higher recently in
Mm-hmm.
March,
Mm-hmm.
start of March, and the process is stabilizing at the moment. It's by levels, you know. It rises a little bit, the whole planet, the whole life forms adapt and balance, and
Yes.
everything is balanced
Yes.
up a little bit more, and it's by levels.
Mm-hmm. Gradually.
So gradually, yes, you know, it's like pressure water when you dive in the sea. You go very deep, you are very deep, you want to go up, you need to wait
Mhm.
for the compression, otherwise your head explodes, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what's happening. That's what
Yes.
happens. It's a
I
kind of
know.
same process
No,
to
it's
compare.
so good. Such a good comparison. Yes. So
Yeah, yeah.
Elena,
Mm.
tell me now, is there anything you would like to say before we end this interview today? And I'm so happy I could really talk to you and connect with Doran because that was special, really special. It was a gift for me. It was my gift from the stars.
Well, I would like to say that there is a lot of manipulation and infiltration in the New Age spiritual movements, and it has been going on, and it's really enforcing at the moment. Um, the I'd like to call them the dark ones that encompasses a lot of things. Okay, they are spreading confusion, and they're using vulnerable people that are mediatic. Sometimes they try to, you know, spread in uh, propaganda to confuse people, like the Goodities are bad, or the Federation is bad, or, you know, and spread fear and confusion. There is a lot of target to the young people as well, because, you know, all these new generation of children that have arrived, that are arriving, they're way more evolved and more spiritual again. It's leveled up, and these children, they are going to start looking for guidance and teachings.
Mhm.
It is us, you know, us, you and I generation, we are good. Nobody can mess up with us. We've awakened. We're fine. It's fine. Well, those who have awakened, they've awakened. That's fine. So it's us, people like you and I, who have the duty to guide and protect the new generation. So anyone who listen, you have children,
Mhm.
please pay attention.
Mhm.
Are they looking for, are they interested in magic, spirituality, things like, you know, Harry Potter or magic, or watch that. If they are asking question about magic or aliens or things like that, or stars or energies, or they need guidance. So it is your duty to guide them and tell them, you know, I know about these things, and if you want, I'm going to guide you. Because if you don't, they're going to be sucked by manipulative dark ones.
Yes, yes.
And there are so many sites like TikTok,
That's the word.
Snapchat, or, you know, all the
Yeah.
they offer fake guidance to turn them away from the path of their own development, you know. There's a lot of things with astral travels and stuff like that. It's so watch them, and please watch your children, guide them, because they are the future. They are the future of this species, and they need guidance now, and they are the target now, because we already have a certain age, we're going to die soon, well, live soon, but the children are there and are going to live longer than us. So that's them now, the target. And now you have the duty to protect them, guide them, teach them as soon as they can understand, and they will, about protection, Merkabahs, the ascension, the great awakening, everything, and tell them about the dark ones, tell them who they are and what they do,
Yeah.
and everything about devices and stuff. You everything you know. Please, they're not dumb. They are more intelligent than you. So please watch that.
Yes.
You have this duty. That's what I would say.
That's how you change the future.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you change the future. Eliana, I love you so much. You are such a gift, really, to even meet you and be your friend and have interviews with you. I'm so grateful for you. And again, the links to your YouTube channel will be below, to your website, to your book. And I see you again soon.
Yes, and thank you very much, Anya, to do what you do and to spread the light as you do it so
Thank you.
beautifully.
Thank you so much, Eliana. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And we see Eliana hopefully next month.
Yay!